Most people think of emotional intelligence as a skill, something you can build and train with practice. And while that's partially true, there's an even deeper truth about emotional intelligence that most of us don't realize. Improving your emotional intelligence is often about what you do less, not more. Hello, how are you? This is the Be a Better Person. And today, we're going to talk about 4 habits that emotionally intelligent people don't do. One thing that often happens in any group of people is that behind the smiles, there's also comparison, and with it, criticism. That person is so slow. That person is so silly. Look at how poorly that person dresses. Austrian psychologist Alfred Adler offers us a different perspective on these criticisms. Let me translate them according to his thoughts. I'm smarter than her. I'm way sharper than her. Look at how well I dress. In other words, one of the reasons it's so easy to fall into the habit of criticizing others is that it makes us feel superior. And if you need to feel superior, what you're actually trying to do is soothe your own insecurities. But don't get me wrong, we all criticize sometimes, and criticism is not necessarily a bad thing. The problem is the personal direction of the criticism, which only serves to make you feel better than others. The first habit emotionally intelligent people don't do is criticize others. They know it's just a primitive defense mechanism, and that there are much better, more productive ways to deal with insecurities. Understand that criticizing others is a waste of time and energy, because that's time and energy not being invested in improving yourself and the world around you. I'm proud to say I'm a highly productive person, and one of the things I do to achieve that productivity is plan my day in advance. However, when you have a sick child, or one who didn't sleep well the night before, or any other life issue, all that planning can go out the window. Many people cling to their plans and don't leave room for life's uncertainties, which will inevitably show up. And when something unplanned happens, they panic and stress out, blocking all their emotional intelligence. The second habit emotionally intelligent people don't do is worry about the future. We need to prepare for it, but we also need to understand that life is inherently uncertain. The future won't happen the way you want it to. You need to adapt to its uncertainties. And just as the future can be a trap for our emotional intelligence, so can the past. Think about a mistake you've made in the past few days, whether you overreacted to someone or made a technical error at work or school. Reflecting on them, identifying where you went wrong, and finding ways not to repeat those mistakes is the formula for personal development. However, there's a limit to this first part. When you dwell too much on past mistakes, you stop wanting to fix them, and you fail to live in the present. The third habit emotionally intelligent people don't do is dwell on the past. We can't change the past. We're completely powerless over it. We need to accept our mistakes, stop going over them endlessly, and create a plan to act better in the present, the only place where we have full power to change. Do something useful now, no matter how small. Now, something we all have is expectations of other people, especially those closest to us. We want them to do well, we want to encourage them to grow and mature in some way, and we want them to become better people. However, and there's always a however, we must be careful not to seek, in some way, a sense of control over these people. The door to personal development only opens from the inside, meaning it doesn't matter what we do for someone else. Improvement only happens if that's what they want. The fourth habit emotionally intelligent people don't do is hold unrealistic expectations. What they do instead is let go of their expectations. They don't create stories about what they want for others. Instead, they simply accept each person as they are. You can have your hopes, but let go of your expectations. If you're struggling to manage your emotions, You might not need to improve your emotional intelligence skills, but rather identify and eliminate these habits that could be blocking you. I'll see you in the next video, and be a better person